Hey world, it's Chocolate Glows, and today I want to discuss a blog that I made, I want to say maybe a day or two ago, and it is titled Perfectly Function. We are attempting to perfectly function in an imperfect world. Okay, now that's a very touchy subject for a lot of people. So what I propose to do is take the time now to discuss these emotions that's meant behind trying to function, trying to perfectly function in an imperfect world. Okay, so stay tuned.
My eyes ain't used to these rays, I'm feeling exposed, but I can't hide no more, I can't hide. As the sun shines in all of my glory, my flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of? Every part of me is a vision of a portrait of Mona Lisa. Yes, every part of me is beautiful, and I finally see I'm a work of art, a masterpiece.
Okay guys, trying to live perfect in an imperfect world. It's simple, because a lot of times what we do is we take our emotions and we portray them as our guard. And it can be a guard in several ways. So when I say guard, I don't mean that it guards us from, it depends on the person, okay? Because some people use it to keep things away, and then they end up keeping everything away because, you know, when you guard this out, this is only going to block this out. Some people use guard because they use their past pain and they decided not to work through their pain, but use it to continue to manipulate people to get whatever they want out of them. You know what I'm saying? You know those kind of people. You hurt me, so because you hurt me, you got to do this or you got to do that. No, not all. That ain't happening anymore. You know why? Because I've forgiven myself. And because I've forgiven me, I'm not going to let you hold that over me anymore. You're not going to, I'm not going to stoop to that level with you anymore. Okay? So when I say guard, people use it in different terms. It is still being used as a crutch though. Because as a child, some of us were taught to not talk so much, or don't express your emotions, or don't talk when grown-ups talk. And sometimes we take things, and as kids we analyze it, and that's where because we're in our adolescent stage, that's when we're learning, okay, what is enough that we can get away with. Okay, what can we do and what can't we do? So off of those lessons, when sometimes you wanted to express yourself and not being able to, you just decide not to express it anymore. It becomes that easy for you. But the thing about that is, the downfall about that is, when it's time for you to speak up, you don't speak up, because now you don't know what to say. You've been internalizing your feelings for so long, so you don't really know how to voice how you feel out loud. You know, that happens, okay? And sometimes it's like growing up, we do date and we love, or what we think is love, and when we do those things, we're made to feel some type of way, because if you're a hopeless romantic, sometimes people make you feel like you're crazy or thirsty or weak or something, because, you know, you're showing emotion. And what do a lot of people do when you show emotions? When you show them that you like them, that's when they get crazy. They get crazy, don't they? They turn around, they want to act like they got you, and then they don't want to appreciate what you give them. And that's where it all goes wrong. Because now, if that relationship doesn't work out, when you get with the next person, you ain't showing them nothing. Why? Because the other person messed it up for somebody else, and that's terrible. And because we know what happened, we use it as a guard and say, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure the next person don't do that. I'm going to make sure they don't get a chance to do that. And because that's how we feel, we don't even give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's how you also end up losing something good that could be coming along ready. You've been waiting on your spiritual mate, your mate, but they can't come in. You've allowed that hurt to hurt you. You know, I mean, I used to have some deep conversations with my dad, and you know, a lot of times he was hurt about a lot of things, but what I could respect about him, and I've always looked for this in a man, and you know, that was the one thing that a lot of things I always look for was respect me enough to tell me the truth, right? And my dad was always saying that if it was something that he was dealing with that didn't sit right with him and he felt some type of way about, he would always say, you know what, I'm not over that. Because when I think of that, you know, I still have some type of feelings about it. And he also told me that. And that's how you know when you're over something, is whenever you think about the person or the situation that you were in that caused you that pain, when you can think about them now and not even grasp the pain that happened with you and that person at that time, guess what? You have overcome that pain in your life and you're ready to move on. You have to be able to let love in, man. So many people want to love us, man. You know, and I know it's so many people that we feel like don't want to love us because we've been hurt. But guess what? The people that really want to love us, like friends and family and all that, and whoever you may meet, they want to love us, but we're not allowing them to love us. We're all in our space. And because we're all in our space, we have no space left for them. You got to get rid of those old feelings, dude. They're not doing any good. Nobody any good. Because a lot of times, these people don't even know that you care. They don't care. They don't really care. They moved on with their lives, whatever the situation is. So there's no need to even look back and hold on to those feelings. Because guess what? Guess what those feelings don't do? Let's think about it. Let's count the ways how they really don't matter. They don't pay your bills. Okay? They don't invest in you at all. You know what I'm saying? They take away your energy that you could be using to be productive. It's your past for a reason. See, that's already 3. And just that last one alone, it's your past for a reason, says everything. So because it is your past, leave those emotions in the past. Come on, leave them there too. You left them there, you leave them there. Because it's not even for them, it's for you. Because you have to move on, you have to grow, you have to learn how to love, and you have to love you. So if we are still focusing on the hurt and how they're them to do this to me, or him, or her, or whoever did it to us, guess what? That's the energy that's going to continue to come to us, because we're not focusing on what we do want. We're focusing on what we don't want. And everything that you don't want, that you spend all of that energy focusing on, is what you end up with. So if you want love, guess what? You need to be thinking about love. If you want more money, you need to be thinking about more money. You know, if you want to be a better you, you need to be thinking about the steps to becoming a better you. Everything starts here. It starts here. You know what I'm saying? It's always a mental thing. You know, even when you allow people to take over your lives and dictate what you do, it started here. They got into this. You let them tell you how you should talk, how you should walk, how you should dress, how you should handle everything. And then you got there. Take your power back. Be your own boss. You don't need none of them. You don't need them. Not to make you. Because you didn't come here with them. So you don't need them. And that's what I mean by being trying to be perfect in an imperfect world. It's because you're trying to live up to this perception in a world that's full of misconception. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole misconception. This is an illusion. All of it is. So you're trying to keep up with an illusion. No. You keep up with you, because you can control. You know how real you can be. None of this other stuff, you know? And that's what we need to take control of. Understanding that we are not perfect because we make mistakes, and that this whole experience we're having right now, the spiritual experience we're having right now, is just for that alone. It's to make mistakes, but to show love, to show patience on how we can get back on track with each other. But we have no patience because we are very selective with our love. Okay? We need to get over that for real, because love is free. Just like what? Hate is free too. So pick your poison. Pick your poison. But I guarantee you, if you pick love, it'll come back around, right? And when it come back around, it's going to come back around in a productive way. You know, hurt come back around too. Not shit ain't, you know? So anyway, I just want to wrap that up, because a lot of people, you know, they was concerned about it. I was like, oh wow, I didn't look at it that way, because we don't track our emotions, and that's what we need to do. We need to go back and track and see, okay, when did this hurt me, and why does it make me feel this way? Because if you know why you feel a certain way, you know now how to fix it. You know, because sometimes we're mad at somebody, and it's not even the person we're mad at. It's probably a situation that seems similar to something else. And now we're mad at this person for that, and that's not that. We'll miss out on a lot of good people that way. So it's worth you getting to know who you are, so that you can share who you are with everybody else, okay? Because regardless, forget the perception they have of you. You are beautiful. You in all of your glory, you're beautiful. You know, it's okay to be whatever else, to do whatever else, to have any title. But if just you, with no other title, if you don't believe that you deserve all of it and more, and not that pain that we dwell on, then none of what I'm saying means anything or anybody else. You have to believe it. And once you believe it, that's when you will finally become the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow.